Hi everybody and welcome back to Pokemon Yellow, and this time, we're continuing our journey through the SS Anne. And yeah, I think at this point I was getting pretty bored, fed up of taking on trainers, so I was like, I'll leave those two. I've got some others to take care of on the way to see the captain of the ship, so... Oh yeah, you talk to this dude here, he tells you about the Pokemon which is blocking one of the roads to one of the to a couple of the cities. And so we get to see Snorlax early, which is interesting. Snorlax is really good in Gen 1, he's a pretty big powerhouse. Goldeen and fuck yeah, Seaking. Goldeen line is like... It's one of those which is a pretty good water type Pokemon, but I've never used. So yeah, I mean, I think the Goldeen line and the Seaking line is good for like speed and physical attack. So yeah, if that's what you want, go for it. Another Goldeen. Tentacle as well is one of the along with Vaporeon is like one of the, and Cloyster is one of the like tanky water types. So it's a good if you want a high defense Pokemon. Anyway, moving on. We're facing off against a gentleman. Voltorb. Laziest Pokemon design ever. He's a Pokeball. Actually, this whole line is pretty lazy, because you've got the Voltorb, which looks like a Pokemon. Pokeball, rather. Of course it looks like a Pokemon. He looks like a Pokeball, and then you've got his evolved form, Electrode. Kadabra's level 27, baby. Psybeam, we've won the game. And then his evolved form is just like an upside-down Pokeball. So, yeah. Psybeam, fuck you. Yeah. Once you got Psybeam, fuck, wow, yeah. Special defense for Magnemite is pretty strong, but yeah, pretty much at this point, if you've got a Kadabra with Psybeam, you've pretty much won the game because he's a pretty OP move. Max Ether, I believe that recovers all of your. I think it recovers the PP of every single move you've got, I think. That guy's telling you about Surf. And that guy tells you about Cut. Nice, thank you. Got more rooms to go through. Ah, shit. You. I just like Pokemon, dude. Can you leave me alone? Gentleman again. And he's got a Growlithe. Yeah. One of the few fire types in the game. But time for you to go down, buddy. See ya. And Ponyta. Again, another one of the few fire types in Gen 1. I've said this before, but you might for your starter, if you've got Pokemon Blue or Red, then you might as well pick Charmander, just because there are so few fire types in Gen 1 that you might as well just, you know, get one of the strongest in the game straight off the bat. Last one's fight, and she's got a Jigglypuff. Yeah. The only thing that's annoying about Jigglypuff is Sing, which can put you to sleep. Other than that, Jigglypuff is pretty generic. Is just a normal type. Doesn't really do anything. In later gens, I think they turn him into a fairy type. Rare Candy. Rare Candy will take take your Pokemon up one level. So yeah. But yeah, you don't want to overuse the rare candies though. Because you get effort values from winning battles and leveling up your Pokemon that way. So, anyway, time to... oh shit, it's you again. Gary, fuck off. Why are you speaking French? You're not French. Different kinds of... throw around the grassy area. Thanks, buddy. I never knew that. Alright, time for the next battle. And he's got a Spearow. And time to blast him into the ether with Psybeam. Bye. Okay. 28, baby. Gary's about to use Rat... You've got a... Dude, you've got a Rattata this late? What the shit? Level 16? God damn. I think he evolves at level 20. Thunderbolt. Bit of overkill, but there you go. And you're done. Now Gary's about to send out Sandshrew. So yeah, let's use our Ivysaur for this one. And Vine Whip. You're done, baby. One-shotted again. And Gary's about to use Eevee. He still hasn't evolved his Eevee. Let's use Dugtrio. Why not? He needs a bit of experience before he's used in the gym. And, yep. Dig is a really good attack. You go under the ground. Takes 2 turns, but once you go under the ground, it can't hit you, and then it's a really powerful attack that causes a lot of damage. So yeah, I think it's the second strongest ground type move. I think Earthquake is the only one that's stronger than it. So the captain's feeling sick. Yeah, the captain of this ship is seasick. So we rub his back. So yeah, because we've helped him out and he wants to show his gratitude, he's going to give us the HM1 cut, which is just what we need in order to deal with the gym leader. Yuck, shouldn't have looked. That's pretty gross. But I don't know, I kind of like that you can actually look. But there we go. SSN is pretty much done, unless you want to fight all the trainers in here, because I missed a couple. But if you don't give a shit, then you don't really need to fight anybody if you don't want to. You could just go straight to the captain, get the HM, and then you're done. But this is why you want to take on as many of the trainers as possible, because once you leave the SSN, once you've got cut, it fucks off. It goes on its cruise and it never comes back. In fact, I think originally there was an idea for it to come back, because I think I don't know if it was the original Gen 1. They added it into the remake on, Fire Red and Leaf Green on the Game Boy Advance. They added the Sevi Islands in, which were basically new areas where you could fight. I don't know if that was specifically for that remake, or whether they had the idea in Gen 1 but just couldn't do it due to technical limitations and that kind of thing. So yeah, this was me thinking, oh, I just click on it, don't I? I just press the A button on it and it will break. It's like, no. Gen 1, you have to go into the menu, pick cut, pick the Pokemon that has cut, pick cut, and then boom. Now it's time for us to take on Lieutenant Surge, the Lightning American. I don't know why they made this guy American. I don't know. But they decided this guy was going to be a US Marine type person. There are 3 trainers for us to take on, and this is probably, in terms of the actual dungeons, it's probably the second most annoying in the whole game. Magnemite, we've seen this guy. Fuck him. Yeah, I think I'm being a bit silly here. Surely I want to save Dugtrio. But anyway. Save his PP, so to speak. But yeah. Because basically, there are basically switches underneath the trash cans, and you base it within the trash cans, and you basically have to click the right two in order to progress. In order to progress to Lieutenant Surge. But yeah. So it can be kind of annoying. You find one, I think it is. And then once you find one, you know that it's going to be like either north, south, east, or west next to it. Problem is that if you click one, find one, and then don't get the next one right, it then completely resets, and you have to find another one of them again, which is why it's a bit of a pain in the arse. But nothing too difficult. Nothing to say here. These are just we've seen these Pokemon before. There's nothing new in these first couple of battles. Yeah, you are fried. Fuck you. All right, last one. Hi. Okay. I didn't ask. Moving on. Hi, gentlemen. He sent out Voltorb. Oh, I've never seen one of those before. Alright. Let's get in me hole. And bye. Yeah, like I said, Dig is really fucking strong. Level 28. Magnemite, we've talked about that before. Pretty strong in Gen 1, the Magnemite line, but from Gen 2 onwards, it kind of got fucked over when they introduced like this Steel type, because they made it Steel Electric, I think, in Gen 2, and that gave it a massive 4 times weakness to fire. So yeah. Oh, there's a switch under here, under the trash. Turn it on. There you go. And thankfully it got in this corner, which means the only one it can be is this one. So yeah. Once you've done that, we can now face off against Lieutenant Surge. He's got a bin next to him. Nerves to take me on with your puny power. Pokemon Battles War, I'll shock you until you surrender. Alright, time for our boss battle. The gym leader battle against Lieutenant Surge. They actually made this battle a lot easier. In the original game, and in Pokemon Red and Blue, he had he had 2 Pokemon here. I think it was I one-shotted that bitch. Yeah, I think he had a Magnemite and a Raichu. Here, you just have the Raichu, but his level has been upped a bit to compensate. But if you've got a Diglett with a Diglett or a Dugtrio, oh fuck, Diglett or a Dugtrio with any kind of attack power, then you'll be able to kill him pretty easily. Right, I need to open this up. So yeah, we got the next badge, and we get Thunderbolt the TM, which is kind of nice. It's a really powerful move. But the other thing that we got was you got the ability to use Fly outside of battle. So now we just need to get Fly. But yeah, talk to Officer Jenny, and she will give you Squirtle. So that now means we now have a Squirtle. And that's my water type pretty much sorted out. He But the problem is that Squirtle is at level 10. Yes. So he's at level 10, so guess what? We're going to have to take a long time to actually, power him up in order to make him useful. Because, everybody else is like 17, 18 levels above him. But we've got a bunch of trainers. Yeah, Kadabra, go. We've got a bunch of trainers around here, so we can at least get a bit of a jump on powering him up. Oh my god, yeah. Why did he use confusion? Well, I guess it got the job done, but Jesus Christ, that was dodgy. There we go. Nice and easy. First battle out of the way. So now we can power ourselves up. But yeah, that's going to be it for this part. Join me next time for the next part of Pokemon Yellow. We're basically going to be going through this area to fight the trainers to level up Squirtle, and we've got to see this sleeping Pokemon, which is just beyond the which is just a little further to the right of the area we were just in. So yeah, see you next time.